Hi everyone, it's Maybell. I'm back with another reading. Today I was called to do a what is blocking me from connecting with others reading. And it's going to go into what the blockage is and what the viewer can expect once the blockage is cleared. Also, if there are any red flags that God has been sending signs, symbols, synchronicities, and there's something being ignored or not seen. All right, so we're going to get started, and I think we're going to do this one for each individual signs. Hi, Libra. We're going to look at what is blocking Libra from connecting with others. There's an airplane just got pretty loud overhead. So perhaps there's some type of travel or movement forward or flying, kind of flying over a situation or taking control and becoming some type of pilot. All right, what is blocking Libras from connecting with others? Boundaries. And this is card number 12, 1 and 2 together. 1 is a number of the self and beginnings, and 2 is a number of connectedness, any kind of connection with another person, friend, family, relationship, work, any type of kind of relationship with another. And 1 and 2 together make 3, which is a number of collaboration, trines, triangles. Okay, what is blocking Libra from connecting with others? But boundaries suggest to me, especially being there as a block, is that you're guarded. Either you're guarded or you're, as a blockage, it's usually your boundaries are up too high. Okay, extremes. This is card number 34. You may be 34 years old. So wow, you have 1, 2, 3, 4. That is a progression. So movement, definitely. You may be blocked because of extremes in feelings, maybe like hot, cold. Perhaps you don't know how or why you set boundaries the way that you do. Extremes, fluctuations in mood, fluctuations in your temperament. What is blocking from connecting with others? Perhaps this is also just focusing on passion instead of like passion or anger, because this is hot moon. So this does have to do with passion, intimacy, and also it could be like aggression or anger. You may be quick to anger, quick to kind of turn all your connections into romantic escapades that, like, not having boundaries would kind of lead to that kind of behavior. And then, you end up like ruining what could have been a friendship or relationship, right? Because you're talking about connecting with others like on a real level, not just on an intimate, like passionate. I'm trying to avoid using words that I've heard that YouTube can kind of dock your videos on. What is the blockage? What is blocking Libra from connecting with others? Okay, this card came up in reverse. So clarity. And in reverse, it would suggest that you're not seeing something clearly. perhaps your focus is like, perhaps you're thinking that, if you give it up soon or quicker, that, they'll want you more or something, or that's like your focus is perhaps you're not seeing things clearly as like what your boundaries are. Perhaps you're seeing things where you feel like you have to be guarded, or things from the past, something, your boundaries are skewed. You maybe don't feel valuable, or you feel like that's like the only way to kind of, I don't know, get a person, like get a partner. Maybe that's, again, past relationships have maybe kind of skewed your vision. Clarity in reverse. So you may want to really take a closer look at, maybe assess a situation, try and clear your mind, and maybe pray, do some meditations or something to try and seek some type of balance and really clear out all those energies from the past. Try and heal all the chakras, especially if there's been something that has like left you angry, or kind of like back and forth. Maybe pushing boundaries, not seeing what the boundaries are, perhaps not seeing what the boundaries are, kind of maybe feeling that from your partners, feeling they're hot and cold and not really understanding why that happens. Okay, so next we're going to look at what are the red flags. Are there any red flags that Libras are ignoring? But this is also not just I guess intimacy. It can be anger. So don't be quick to get angry. Like, see things from somebody else's point of view. They may also have certain boundaries. Like, maybe you're just not familiar with how they do things or something, and there's some type of like pet peeves or something that like makes you quick to get angry. Are there any red flags Libra is ignoring? Now this would be something that you have been seeing, some kind of sign, symbol, synchronicities that mean these things. Don't make it fit if it does not fit. This is your reading if you understand this part, especially. Red flags. Okay, true love. Number 4 again. So 4 is a number of building on a solid foundation, something stable, solid, secure. And this talks about true love. So perhaps you are ignoring true love, putting boundaries up to it and treating them hot and cold, focusing on passion only, perhaps even kind of treating them hostile, and sometimes just because you don't even understand your own feelings. You may be fearful of love. This also has to do with self-love and really kind of having your guards up because of how you view yourself. At the bottom of the deck, it says 4. Wow, there's another 4. 4. This one's from the category people, and it talks about teacher. So you may be teaching them how to treat you, or you may be teaching them. Did I say that right? You may be teaching them how to treat you, or they may be teaching you how to treat them. They may have their boundaries up because of your hot and cold behavior. Are there any red flags that Libra is ignoring? Perhaps they've already expressed their love for you and you're ignoring that. Perhaps you treat them with hot and cold. Perhaps you treat them with confusion, with guardedness. My throat is very irritated, so you might be having issues with communication, communicating boundaries, communicating love. Are there any red flags that Libra is ignoring? Okay, number 1, kindred partnerships. So this does talk about soulmates, kindred partnerships, people that, you know, are kind of in your life or coming into your life, and they're soulmates. So perhaps you're ignoring relationships, your true love, you're ignoring love. And it says at the bottom of the deck, 8 energy and stuck energy. 8s are numbers of strength. What goes around comes around, and also eternity. There's a rainbow in this card, is what I'm noticing. So perhaps the strength to get out of this stuck energy. We're talking about healing the blockage, removing the blockage. Okay, we're going to do one more for red flags. Are there any red flags that Libra is ignoring? Okay, this time I was holding the deck upside down. Lighten your load. So there may be some type of burden, something is heavy, but it did come out in reverse. So it's not something that you're putting down. You might maybe take on like the weight of the world, and it's a heavy burden. Are you feeling that weight? And is that what's causing you these extremes and these boundaries? And is it something that you need to lighten up about? Also lighten up your obligations to the world. And perhaps stop ignoring this true love, kindred partnerships, because that's what's blocking you from connecting. Any other red flags for Libra? Now that I have the whole deck upright, are there any red flags? Prosperity. Are there any red flags that you're ignoring, Libra? It says prosperity. So true love and prosperity, lighten your load, and kindred partnership. So prosperity is a card of like allowing prosperity in, or kind of being able to like to make it. Perhaps you don't see yourself as prosperous or able to succeed. The clarity card came up in reverse, and so that does suggest that you're not seeing things clearly. perhaps you're seeing things in extremes. Sometimes you're optimistic about something, and other times you may be like really pessimistic and just like, nah. Or you may be really gung-ho about something, put effort into it, and then other times just really cut off, detached, and not putting in any effort at all. And that blocks you from finding true love, loving yourself enough, and also finding the right relationship for you. And it all has to do with these boundaries. I mean, all of it together, but it starts with the boundaries. Being guarded, either having your boundaries, and it depends. Do you have your boundaries set too strongly, and like you're guarded for some people, but then for other people, you're over here with this, weight on your back and something that you're struggling with, and you're almost ready to like drop the moon, and this is almost ready to roll off your back. So how much are you carrying? And it's holding you back from prosperity as well. So true love and prosperity and the right relationships for you. So perhaps, holding on to stuff that just doesn't last long and it's kind of unclear. Perhaps the boundaries are unclear as well. Okay, so we did all that. We're going to do advice next. What is the advice for Libra? Honor your feelings. First quarter moon in Pisces. And Pisces is a sign that can be detached and escapist. So make sure that you are kind of assessing how you feel, the clarity, kind of look at it, see how you're feeling about a situation, whether you go in meditation, sit quietly, or whether you pray about it, or just sit outdoors, near water or near, mountains or a grassy field somewhere. Honor your feelings. You don't need to really honor them with anybody else unless you feel comfortable or confident enough to do that. But honoring them just with yourself is important as well. You can say them out loud. You can, talk to God, Source, Spirit. You just honor them, acknowledge them, and release them into the ethers. But really honoring your feelings might help you realize what it is that you love, what it is that you don't love. See things clearly. See where your boundaries are up. See where you are acting extreme or hot and cold or back and forth. Advice for Libra. Surrender to prayer. Give yourself over completely to prayer. When you pray from your heart, you will be heard throughout the universe, and answers and support will arrive. So perhaps you're not seeing things clearly. Prayer will help and help you kind of lighten your load, lighten your situation. Perhaps help you, realize what you're obligated to do and what you're not. Help you find love, loving relationships, the right people for you. What's blocking you, help you kind of remove those blockages. One more advice for Libra. Surrender to what is, flow with what is instead of fighting it. When you can't change a situation, compassionately accepting it exactly as it is will bring you peace. And the compassion card is the card that talks about hardening your heart. So make sure that you are keeping your heart open, keeping that heart chakra open no matter what. And surrender to passion. Get out of your head and feel the fire in your belly. Focus on the people or activities that ignite your passion and let it flow. Okay, so you may be blocking some type of extremes. You may be going like that back and forth. Surrender to your passion and surrender to your true love. Like that goes together. And surrender to prayer, surrender to what is, and honor your feelings. Somehow you're blocking the extremes. Is a back and forth card though, so it may be kind of inconsistent. Okay, what can Libra expect once the blockage is cleared? Okay, I did see freedom and happiness, but I put them back in because they kind of fell. What can Libra expect once the blockage is cleared? Okay, it wanted to come back out. Bluebird Spirit Happiness, and this is card number 7. Sevens are numbers of connectedness and spirituality, as well as the 7th house, which Libra is rules in a birth chart, and talks about long-term partnerships, marriage, contracts, relationships, and things of that nature. So what can you expect once the blockage is cleared? Bluebird Spirit Happiness. And I know Gemini did receive that card. What can Libra expect once the blockage is cleared? Okay, Spirit Guardian of Autumn, letting go. And that's 35. You may be 35 years old. 3 and 5 together make 8. Wow. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. And I don't know what some other numbers that we got down here. Probably got some other ones. But there is a definite progression here. And then we have 7 and 8. So, or 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 3 again, and then 5. The only one that's missing is 6. And 6 is a number of balance, give and take, equality. It is a number of what I see the 6 of Pentacles, which also kind of represents Libra, but 6 in the tarot represents the lovers. So the Gemini lovers card, a choice, a mind over heart or heart over mind choice, and returning to better health. It is seeking balance in an unbalanced situation, equality. Spirit Guardian of Autumn, letting go. So letting go of something looks like it might be lightening the load, kind of lightening and surrendering to like all these things. Letting go would also be kind of surrendering to God Source Spirit with the surrender prayer. And 3 and 5 together make 8, which is a number of strength, which is a number of what goes around comes around, and also a number of eternity. So it looks pretty good. I was pulling 3. Should I do this one? What can Libra expect once the blockage is cleared? blessings. So that's beautiful. Happiness, letting go, and blessings. So trying to really release it to God's source spirit, feeling blessed, and going for what makes you happy. And it may have to do again with connecting with others. 7 would be long-term partnerships, connections, and relationships. All right, so that is what I have for Libra. I hope that it was helpful. I hope that you enjoyed the reading. Please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment if you'd like, and I'd love to see you again soon. Take care.